Guys, just to further, because the last video I didn't think it did justice to the Pulsar FTK, because it kind of, those are poor examples of what the deck could do. The deck can do a lot more than how I sort of showed. Anyway, here's an updated version of what I did. It's still ongoing, like I'm constantly changing and fidgeting, but what I'm really liking is the Atlas. I'm thinking of putting two because you put Atlas, you sync with Pulsar, that's a level 8. You can make Stardust or Scrap Dragon or, whatever, any level 8. And I think that's too good because, I want to be able to go into two level 8 synchros. Sometimes I might use Atlas early with consonants and I might, want it. So anyway, I was thinking of probably just going with two consonants because I find it's often dead in my hand. I mean, I know I said in the last video I loved it, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And the second Malefic Stardust has been okay, but only because it's trade and fodder and because it's a dark. And this deck has trouble discarding a dark because usually when you get the toon table, you only have one toon table, and you have to use that for the FTK. But again, you do still have 5 targets now. I think it has helped a lot, and at the very least, you can use it for trading, which is awesome. So. Yeah, but anyway, hopefully this video I will get the FTK off the way it's supposed to be, sort of, and hopefully I go first because that'll be much easier. So let's try this. Also, this time I am recording while I play, so that was suggested in a previous video, so hopefully I hope you like this one better than the sort of recorded one where I'm sort of trying to remember what exactly I did. So anyway, I win the rock, paper, scissors. I can show you, because I'm telling you, I win 70% of the time when I go first, so let's see if it is true. And this is looking like a good hand, so you will most likely see the FTK. All I'm missing is a toon table of contents. Just searching for Ravine. In this case, I will... See, I have options here. I think what I'll do is I'll dump one Pulsar and then dump a white stone to get my trading turn, because I want to keep... Actually, no, that's not good, because I can just remove the darks. Let's see. In this case, I probably should dump Darkness Metal. Yeah, I will. Now I will use this as trade and fodder. And there you go. And I got the Ravine. So, this is game over unless he has Valor. This is a perfect example of what can happen. So basically, let's see what I have in the grave. I have 2 darks. Oh, I don't even need to use the Ravine. This is what I'll do right here. You banish this, you banish that, summon this, that, and it is pretty much game over. I normally use Pulsar's second effect by dumping him first with Ravine, and then, yeah. Looks kind of cool when it's blue, actually. It's pretty sick. And he is done. Equals traditional. Okay. So there I am. And I will accept my own duel. Just want to do this quickly. And I will pick scissors. Oh, I'm a genius. So anyway, sometimes you will not get the Toon Cannon Soldier. Sometimes you'll open up with a bunch of Pulsar cards. In this case, okay, here's a good example. I won't even need to cheat. This is what you do. Future Fusion's a good example of this. You Future Fusion, you obviously call the 5-headed. Now what you're going to do is, you're going to dump your Darkness Metal, Pulsar, another darkness metal, a white stone to get card advantage. Usually 1 or 2, doesn't matter. And yeah, probably a second white stone. You don't need 3 darkness metals. Then I will search for blue eyes and search for blue eyes. Okay, this is just for ravine targets and general advantage, so, you know. Okay. Next, we want ravine. Now, trust me, this is an excellent play that you can use even, this is when you don't have Toon Cannon Soldier. This is another sort of game-ending situation. You don't need Future Fusion, it can be other ways, as long as you can get multiple Darkness Metals and Pulsar. Usually you can do this with Ravine and Trade-in and shit like that. So Ravine, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to discard a Blue Eyes. Now I'm going to add to my hand this bad boy here. This is what I was talking about, why I wanted multiples of him. Now, remember when I said Pulsar cannot miss the timing, so this applies to synchros too. So what you do is, okay, well, I should have dumped a Malefic Stardust because I don't usually want to remove, so let's just pretend instead of the blue eyes, or instead of, pretend that that's a Malefic Stardust. I just completely forgot it, whatever. So anyway, I'm special summoning Pulsar from my hand. Again, you can do it from the grave if you have a dark in your hand, but I do not. So anyway, you do this. Level 2 tuner, level 8, you sync 8. This is where you would want to sync 4 Stardust, so if they have agents, or they won't be able to Herald of Orange Light you. I've seen some people do that, and they forget about Stardust. So anyway, I have synced for 8, Pulsar triggers in the grave. You can now special summon him, or his effect. I now use Red Eye's Darkness Metal to get back the Pulsar. And look at that. Through just this guy and Pulsar, you've assembled a field of Stardust, a 2500 beater that when it dies, it will bring back the Red Eye's Darkness. Also, another big play you can do. Say you're down, say you're facing some type of stun deck. Say you get Pulsar on the grave, doesn't matter how. Get him on the field, doesn't matter how. And you have this in your hand. Okay? Let's pretend that, okay, I'm just going to assume that, okay, you're facing a guy, he has all this back row, whatever. But say, okay, well, you're just gonna have to, you have no other choice. You're backed into a corner, this is your only play, this is what you do. Okay? You have Pulsar, you summon White Stone, you sync, and you can either go into, in this case, where they have back row, you go into Black Rose. Black Rose is Chainlink 2, Pulsar is Chainlink 1, and White Stone is Chainlink 1, Pulsar Chainlink 2, Black Rose. You nuke. Okay? It's just a bun. This is for my Dark Hole deck. You nuke, blah blah blah. Add the blue eyes. Okay? That's Chainlink 2. Chainlink 1, Pulsar activates. If you're thinking, where have I seen this play before? This is very similar to Debris Dragon plays, where, you know, pretend Debris nuked and then you get 2 tokens, but in this case, instead of the 2 tokens, you get a Red Eye's Darkness Metal and a Pulsar ready to beat face. Also, while I'm on the topic of that, another level 7 you can bring is this thing. This is another way. This is the way I win without Toon Cannon Soldier. You go here. Say they have no back row, but you don't have a Toon Cannon Soldier. Sink into this thing. Ancient Sacred Wyvern. Basically, if you have more life points than your opponent, he gains attack addition equal to that difference. So, this case, once the thing goes to the grave, I do that, search for blue eyes, etc. Let's pretend that, I don't know, I had a, let's say they have a Tengu, or not a Tengu, that's a bad example, a 1700 beater. Okay? You attack. Yeah, you attack, that's 1100 damage. Pulsar attacks. Your Wyvern is now at, if my math serves me right, 36 plus 2700, 4700, and that is game. Hopefully I did that right? 44, he was at, yeah, 36, yeah, 47, yeah, so that, again, this thing right here is going to end games, if they have this is when they have a clear field and you don't get Toon Cannon Soldier. So all I'm trying to say is this deck has multiple ways to win. Okay, you don't always need Toon Cannon Soldier. You just need to abuse this bastard, make synchros, add your blue eyes, sink into more things, make Scrap Dragon, make whatever. You can even make Trident Dragon, for instance, if you really wanted to go that route, you could do that, but that's very rare. But anyway, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Try this deck out. There's going to be a rank 10 Exceed. We don't know the effects, but in that case you can make it with 2 Red Eyes Darkness Metal, so maybe it has a busted effect, who knows, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy my videos, and subscribe.